Oh, how the mighty have fallen and the brave cry like bitches in our review of One Piece. Anyway, I loved this episode. It's a great wrap-up to the Dressrosa arc. Doflamingo looks defeated.
He does look defeated, which I'm honestly a little disappointed by that, just a little bit, because I wanted to see more of what Doflamingo was capable of, especially now that his glasses are officially gone. But as
like a more desperate, like out there Doflamingo,
like crazy eyes, like Judge Doom from Roger Rabbit, like pissed off Doflamingo.
Yeah, it's almost like, but maybe his eyes just aren't part of that character. You know,
it might not be.
His ominous sunglasses, you know, his Ray-Bans are just how he's representing in this.
We may
series.
never see his actual face without the glasses, which in many senses I kind of like. I like the mystery behind that. It's kind of like how in the Naruto series you never saw Kakashi's face until you saw Kakashi's face at the very end when they released that one special book. I kind of hope they keep Doflamingo kind of secret if this is going to be the end of his battle. Otherwise, this chapter right here for me was very emotional because it made me realize how long this arc has been going on, how many people have been involved. I mean, Don Quixote family versus 2,000 pirates, the fighters of Kurita Coliseum, Luffy and his group, the revolutionaries.
Lucy.
It was absolutely insane. And as much as Luffy is the real star of this week's chapter, you know, he was the one who defeated Doflamingo, I think Guts is really who stole this one, because throughout the entire thing, he is bawling like a bitch, for a number of reasons. One, he has a really big injury, and two, he's just enamored over the fact that Luffy has just saved and liberated the Dressrosa Kingdom. Everyone is crying. I think the one that really caught me off guard the most was Kiros. There's a scene where he's just walking through the streets of Dressrosa, which are now destroyed, but in many ways, that's like a blank slate to create a brand new Dressrosa. He's reflecting on the past. First he starts to smile, and then he just can't control it anymore, and he is crying like crazy. Something about that scene just sent a chill down my spine.
In some ways, it bothered me that he did that, but, you know, in One Piece, that's what they do at the end of an arc. When the good guys win, everyone cries, even the most tough guys. You know, Luffy's cried how many times, you know, it just happens.
Dude, the fact of the matter is, everybody, aside from, I'm going to say maybe Zoro and Sanji. No, Sanji's cried before. They've all had, like, these big ball moments. Like, I mean, you remember the scene where they actually did the Viking funeral for the Going Merry?
Oh, well, we don't even talk about that episode.
We don't anymore. That scene, like, killed me. And that's something that One Piece is really good at. They can do this type of emotion really well. And I really love that they went around to all the different people. You know, not just Kiros, but King Riku when he met Doflamingo for the first time. You have Leo of the Tontada tribe and them trying to save Princess Mancherry. You have everybody. And it really feels like an amazing liberation.
Yeah, I think even when the Going Merry actually went down, I had a Facebook status that was like, I can't believe I'm crying over an anime ship.
I'd go as far as to say that that's probably the saddest moment in the One Piece series that I've seen.
It's one of the saddest moments in anime history for me, period. Like, there's been real characters that have died, and I don't care.
Get real. We got to do this.
Okay.
We're eventually going to do a top 10 saddest One Piece moments, because there's just way too many to count. Although I'd say it's pretty obvious what number one is going to be. We've already sort of said that.
Yes.
But still, this is a moment that sort of rivals that in many senses. Just all of these characters together. It's absolutely amazing. That and the fact that the actual birdcage is finally starting to disappear, Luffy falling out of the sky, being saved by Trafalgar Law, and him flipping off everybody every week. Like, I think that's really, really funny.
The other thing I also really liked is there's a lot of symbolism, and they did touch on it. You know, like the town is destroyed, but it's also like it's a fresh start. It's been purged of all of its sins, and now it shall start anew. And, you know, so I actually really like the symbolism more than I like seeing the characters break down and be happy about, you know, Doflamingo's family being taken out of the equation. Yeah, the symbolism to me was the biggest takeaway. You know, like the town is destroyed, but yet it gets to start anew, and it'll be greater than it was before. So yeah, that's the part that I liked the most this week.
I liked when Guts called Luffy a wiener. I thought that was pretty funny. But yeah, everybody was just crying this week. Do you have a favorite character who was crying? If I had to choose, I would say Bartolomeo, but only because there's this one panel where his like whole like face is contorted because he just cannot control his emotions, and he almost looks like a freaky like monster version of Bartolomeo because of how like sad and upset and happy he is, and I can't wait to see how they're going to follow up on that.
Yeah, I just think Bartolomeo's crying is probably the most entertaining. Yeah, I actually really liked his whole his whole scene.
And I liked the build up to Gotts because little by little, you know, he's choking on his own snot as he's trying to like figure out what to say about Luffy. The panel where he's like literally like shaking, oh man, Lucy! And then you get the shot of everybody in Dressrosa just excited, throwing their hands up. We won, we did it. This is the end of this arc. Luffy's knocked out, but he's got a big smile on his face. This was just a really great way to end this. Although in the back of my mind, there's just a small percent of me thinking that maybe Doflamingo could return. Maybe he's going to have one more big final attack. And I don't know how to judge it at this point because there's been so many other moments in the series when an arc is done, they show all the characters reacting, they show their flashbacks showing how they were involved in the arc, and that's what they're doing here. But I think it would be a really great twist if suddenly Doflamingo just comes back, has one big final Jason Voorhees jumping out of the water moment, and then maybe someone gets to finish him off. Maybe not Luffy. Maybe Law. Maybe this is finally his opportunity to take down Doflamingo.
The Law, or I always wanted to see Zoro fight Doflamingo, so that'd be kind of cool. Or maybe a Marine. You know, who's the blind Marine admiral?
Fujitora.
Maybe
Ooh,
Fujitora
that would be such great poetic justice.
Yes, maybe that.
He could be the one who finishes him
and
off.
arrests him at the end, and then they take him to the prison or something like that.
That's going to be an interesting development, too, because now that this arc is done, are Fujitora and the Marines just going to leave and sort of look the other way? Or are they going to be like, no, it's time to get down to business. We've got to start arresting all of you. Right now. You're all going on the boat.
I think they usually let it slide if the pirates saved their life that one day. And then kind of like...
I mean, Fujitora seems like he's a man of honor. He seems like sort of that stereotypical anime samurai. Like, maybe he will look the other way. But he's also really hardcore as well.
No, it's absolutely true. What do you think rating-wise this week, Corey?
I'm going to give this one a 4 out of 5. I really loved the conclusion. I still think there's a little bit more, and I just can't wait to see what all of the surprises are going to be after this, because it's one thing to start an arc and get finished with it, but like as soon as another one is getting ready to start, like the excitement levels and not knowing what's going to happen is even just as exciting as like the battles we just saw.
No, I absolutely agree. I'm kind of excited to see, now that we're past the emotional element of the end of this arc, I kind of want to see how it's actually going to play out. Because like, if you remember at the end of Fishman Island, some of the most interesting stuff was at the end when Luffy met like Big Mom and sort of was partying and stuff like that. So I kind of want to see the partying phase, you know?
Oh, they're gonna party.
Yeah, I want to see that. I want to see the party elements now. And I'm excited to see that. And yeah, of course I'm excited for the next arc. But I'm not so blinded by that I want to just get to that. I want to see what's going to happen for the rest of this.
Plus, half of the Straw Hat crew aren't even in Dressrosa anymore. We got the other half who are out there on the high seas with freaking Big Mom and their group, or possibly about to be accosted by them. So that could interrupt this entirely. The next chapter could open up with that. Like, just the possibilities for the next chapter are just, I'm so excited.
Yes, it's a good time to be a One Piece fan. So yeah, I think 4 out of 5 as well is good rating, absolutely. And thank you guys so much for watching. If you could, subscribe to the channel, like the video, use our Amazon link. It just takes you to Amazon and you buy things as normal, and then we get a little bit of that, and it helps us out. So you don't even have to donate. You just go shop on Amazon as normal. And then also we have a PayPal link if you just want to straight up donate to the channel. So we really appreciate you guys watching all of our stuff for as long as you have. And until next time, stay dandy, baby.